Putting a man into a frame of mind is the thing that this man liked. It's there now. The total package is all together.
September 5th, live. Only the brave are invited. Only the best will survive. 12 men, one ring. It's fight or fall. Who will be king of the Battle Royal? Plus, Sting, Johnny B. Bad. For the first time ever, wild styles combined. 10 outrageous matches. 150 minutes of pure punishment. Clash of the Champions. Fall Brawl 91. Live Thursday, September 5th at 8:05 Eastern, only on TBS.
All right, Jim. We're here, buddy. For ill or for good, and it's definitely not for good, buddy. This was... I'll be honest, this was a tale of two watch-alongs, because when I first started this watch-along, dude, I was so grim about it. I was like, this sucks. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to watch this. Like, nothing's happening that I like, you know. The only thing that was awesome early on, of course, was the, and I've already put it everywhere on social media, the Harley Race line of, the total package is all together, which is amazing. And I don't know how that wasn't a meme to begin with, but I'm going to really push that as a meme going forward, because I think fucking Harley Race is one of the greatest ever, and he's the most unintentionally funny motherfucker in the history of wrestling, I think.
My goal in 2026 is to make this meme happen. Let's do it, people.
Yeah. I mean, you know, fuck my Substack, fuck all this shit I'm jumping into. Fuck, from Crockett to Chaos. I'm most excited in 2026 about being a meme lord, dishing out Harley Race memes, man.
Jesus Christ! Looking at my pages, I'm like, I don't have many notes,
dude.
I guess it kind of shows what happens here.
Okay, we have like what is it? Quantum Leap, where he can like go in and out of a human consciousness, right? So we just had a quantum leap moment, because you're usually the one that's prepared, you're professional, you got notes out the ass, and I have notes, not because I'm prepared and professional. I literally got so pissed and so confused, I had to write about it. I literally was like, I got to figure this out. I got to flesh this out in my mind. I have 29 pages of notes, Jim.
I have somewhere to be tomorrow.
No, we're not going to talk about everything. I just mean, holy shit, dude.
I have notes like on the first two shows pretty much. Because the 720 show kind of leads me just like into... It opens with something that I don't know makes sense at all, the rest of what we watch. It opens with the Freebirds versus Z-Man and Robert Gibson. And then Arn and Larry show up wanting the title from the Freebirds. But we don't have them touch again, I think, at all, right?
No, not at all. Never.
Okay, didn't think so. I think the thing with this watch through is, okay, people love shitting on TK because too many belts, too many tournaments. We have a World Tag Tournament, a light heavyweight tournament, and then our U.S. belt was just decided in a tournament that was at a house show. And I don't know. I'm going to assume the U.S. tag titles are probably in some tournament like next week or something. I don't know. It's just everything is so everything is very confusing with how many tournaments. Like Dusty just like blow it the fuck all up and let's just see what kind of sticks.
Yeah, Dusty was on that good man, because this was a mess. It didn't fucking matter. And like you said, it literally did not matter because it led to 0% zero anything. Also, This is not the like final Robert Gibson weird tag they throw him in. He has this run for a month where he just tags with everyone. I don't remember who else he tagged with, but it was the most random shit ever. Oh, it was Dustin. It was Dustin Rhodes and Robert Gibson against somebody on Worldwide. And I was just like, okay, so what's your gimmick, Robert? You're a whore in a tag team. Like, you just whore around in tag team situations. That's honestly very current for 2025.
Do you have any insight into why did the breakup only happen because of the injury?
It did happen. It happened initially because of the injury, and then Dusty has to be Dusty, and I think it literally was just like, we gotta move away from that, baby. We're going to a new era, and it just failed because Richard Morton's not a strong enough gimmick as a heel. Fucking Robert is sorry, but useless without Ricky talking for him.
He's not Bobby Eaton.
No,
Robert Gibson is not Bobby Eaton.
Bobby had that Boomhauer charm, so even though his promos were weak, it was like, aw, Bobby, like, we love you, man. Go out there.
He's from Alabama. He's from Mobile, Alabama. He's trying his best, people.
He's doing all.
We're gonna give him like a 50% upgrade for that.
Yeah, not everyone from Huntsville, Alabama is Conrad Thompson. I'll put it that way. And I've been to Huntsville, Alabama. Believe me, not a lot of talkers. So, yeah, this was a worthless situation here, buddy. The 20th was a lot of nothing.
Okay, the 20th, I have to comment on the Lex promo.
Yes.
Because we're talking about an awkward interview. We're talking about exposition. We're talking about talking like Ric Flair over and over again. We're talking about literally said that, I think 83 times during that promo. He's so Ric Flair coded in his promo. We're talking about Dustin Rhodes. We're talking about pinning people. We're talking about walking down that aisle. Like, Lex is just busting out that we're talking about. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking. He needs a word limit.
Yes.
We need 15 words from Lex in and out. He can't keep talking about we're talking about.
Yeah, he was like way more like clairvoyant than we thought, because the thing with him is he needs 140 characters or less, man. Like, he was the OG Twitter. Like,
Lex Twitter.
I mean, they really should have. I don't know. Dusty should have went, only say what can fit in one paragraph, baby, and not a long paragraph, like 4 lines. And he went, okay.
We're going to give you one of those like David Letterman cue card things we're going to hold up for you, and that's all you get, bro. That's all you get. Lex, honestly, I'd rather have Mr. Hughes talking.
Yeah.
The one other thing from the 720 show I do want to mention, Ron Simmons versus Fred Avery. Right? Future Tugboat? Or
no.
Earthquake or Typhoon? Isn't he the guy isn't he Uncle Fred who walks through with Stormtrooper hat on? No?
Is he? I don't know. I didn't catch that. It didn't hit me that Fred Avery was a Tugboat. I believe the Tugboat run is going on right now. So
Fred Avery.
You know what? That might be.
Not Tex Avery. I literally wrote Fred Avery. Yeah, and they're like, oh, do you mean Fred Avery? Oh, his name's also Fred Avery.
Oh no!
Let's go with the wrestler.
Right. Wow, folks, here we go. We thought, I'm over here like, I fucking watched everything. I didn't watch anything. I lie. I'm a lie. You just figured out I'm a fucking con man. I don't know anything about pro wrestling.
You're a liar who lies.
You're a liar.
So they have him, Fred Avery, here. Come on, give me one of his other names, damn it.
Oh, here's what we can do. Hold on. I know exactly what we can do. And I'm going to mute so you don't hear my fucking keyboard.
I'm almost positive he's the guy. He's the shock trooper. I'm almost positive. Shockmaster, right? Let's see.
Yep. The Shockmaster. Here we go. Typhoon. Let's go. I got the cage matchup. I can go by year. We'll figure this out, man. Because listen, this is one of those things like when you're fucking like
Fred Avery is the Shockmaster.
He's still with us, right? Yeah. Okay. Good for us, man. I'm glad old fucking Big Bubba's with us. Not Big Bubba. Well, actually, he is the original Big Bubba. That's another one, by the way. I just saw that alter ego Big Bubba. So he was Big Bubba at one point in the territory system. Yes,
he was a big Bubba.
Hold on.
not
This
Rogers.
is what now we got to do, because now it's going to be the alias game with him. Because trust me, folks, you're missing nothing out of this fucking watch along. I might have 30 pages of notes. It's because I'm a psychopath. So Big Bubba, Superstar Bubba, Big Steel Man, I swear to God, Dominator, which, Hercules Haggerty.
Hercules Haggerty?
Yep. Shockmaster. And then I didn't know he evolved into Super Shockmaster. So that's
does that one not walk into beams?
Yeah. And then the legend of the late 70s, early 80s tape trade era is the Memphis. I don't know if he was a rookie, but he just went by one word or one name, Siegfried. Tugboat.
Okay.
Sugar Daddy. Ooh. Typhoon.
Okay.
Typhoon, of course. And U.S. Steel. A lot of steel there. I feel like
Lot of
there's a
steel.
dusty influence. Trained by Boris Malenko. So, you know what? He knew what he was doing. Anyway, so that's him. He's from Miami, too. That's very weird.
Yeah. So when I heard Fred Avery, the name popped in my head. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I looked at him like, oh, yeah, he's a fat dude. I know that guy.
That would be so him. He's so selfless. He's like, I'll do jobs for you, Dust. I was just on national TV. I don't give a fuck, buddy.
You just pay me $250 a match. I'm good.
Oh, right. Tugboat might have just fucking started on TV right after this. Because I'm thinking he ends up... Yeah, he's in the natural disasters by Mania 8, and he's got the tag belts against Money Inc. So,
yeah. Boy, Dusty, you couldn't hang on to Fred Avery? What the fuck?
Hey, you know what? Vince saw that Fred Avery performance, and he went, "We got to get that guy on the phone, damn it." Anyway, so that was cool. You know what was cool here, and I just remembered, Diamond Stud wrestled Yellow Dog, and it was a good match that went nowhere, of course, because it was a shitty DQ finish because DDP ran in. Just, man, what was the point? And they end up just dropping it for no reason anyway, like a week or two later. What, again, was the point of saddling the albatross of Yellow Dog on fucking Pillman just to torture him? Just to, like, waste time because we should be pushing him? I don't understand it to this day.
Yeah, I just, when you look at some of these, the cards we have, like at the Clash we get Rod Simmons versus Scott Hall.
Yeah.
And usually like 5 years from now, this will be a fucking banger. Yeah. And it's just like they have this talent, and like Steve Austin came in. He was there for like 2 days.
Oh my
and
God.
They threw the TV title on him. Like they knew what they had. Like they knew like we have talent here, and it just literally could not get out of their own way to make it perform. Like why is Rick Steiner in this tag with Bill Casimir, who just kind of comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's in a tag team and they make it to the final? It's just so weird. It's just so unusual. And he's doing these feats of strength. And they showed it on the one episode. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. And it's just like, what am I watching? He's like lifting something. I'm like, are people in the arena like mesmerized by this? Or like, what's going on here? It's crazy.
It's really fucking weird, dude. We also were given witness, because that's how I would like to put it, of the amazing squash between Dustin Rhodes and Black Bart. So that's what the Desperados ended up being too, by the way. They just job guys now. Totally dropped. It's like, what happened here? It really makes me wonder, like, did Dusty, like, get screamed at somewhere? You know, like, hey, fuck you. Your idea sucks. We're done. Throw Black Bart in there to job to your fucking kid. It's like, wow.
They dropped that 10-minute video on us and then gave us like less than 10 minutes of matches for the rest of their career. It's amazing the time waste that they employ on a consistent basis.
Oh, it's so consistent, man. I mean, again, death, taxes, and WCW fucked something up. That's it, man. Especially in this era, it's unbelievable. So we had that, and then here we go, buddy. This is the main event, okay? And let me set this up real quick, because this is very important shit, all right? We have the WCW official top 10 rankings. And I'm going to attempt here to be very like tech savvy, which is dangerous actually. And I am going to put that on the screen on YouTube because I feel like, brother, this is some right. Isn't that insane, dude?
Okay, I'll trust you, I guess.
That is dangerous. I would not trust me actually because I'm fucking up here. Well, not really, but all right. So first off, I can actually do more than one thing at a time. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't do that. So we got the top 10 here. Let's fucking pull this up here. 10 is Dustin Rhodes. Okay, so right away we're right on the Nepo era. 9, Beautiful Bobby. You can't argue with that. Our man Johnny B. Bad. Well, not our man, but he's a man. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when he wants to be.
On occasion.
Here we go, brother. We got it up on the screen. You're gonna love this when it comes out. Actually, I might even be able to share my screen with you. Look at this, man. It's tech with fucking me, brother. All right, here we go. I think we're going to try this and hope it doesn't melt down on us. Bam. Can you see that?
I can. Let me see if I can make it bigger for myself.
Holy shit, brother. We are at the next generation of the world here, man. All right.
I don't think I can make it bigger.
That's fine. All right.
That's what she said.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Oh, God, I fucked it up. That's not even the thing. Here we go. So we got Barry Windham. I am like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Dude, I'm leaving this in, by the way, because I want people to realize how dumb I am. So, all right, we're going through it here. 7, Stunning Steve. Okay, I don't know why he's so low. And then we have One Man Gang at 6. What the fuck are we doing? 5 is L.E. Gante. I always fuck that up. And it doesn't matter because fuck him. Ron Simmons at 4, which again, let's talk about that. Ron Simmons is at 4 and you're about to push him. What is that? Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, we might have a little malfunction at the junction here. Oh, you're muted. That's what happened. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Okay, hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, at least Ron's getting the title shot, though. You know, so I mean, I guess you got him in the right spot. But it is weird that it's like number 1 contenders US, number 2 is like the TV sometimes. Sometimes they're also 7. We don't know.
Dude, it's weird. All right, so
just as long as El Gigante's in the top 10, that's all I care.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got to get El Gigante in that motherfucker. So yeah, 3 is Sting, which okay, you know, with where they go with him, that makes sense. 2, Nikita, which where's Nikita? So I don't know what that is. And number 1, of course, Barry by God fucking Windham, and then there's Lex looking like a fucking asshole. So there you go, brother. We have, by the way, as well, 500 trillion fucking top 10s until we get to the fucking to the show. So yeah, don't think that we're done with that, buddy.
Those victories over Fred Avery count for 2 victories. So that's why Ron's really moving up those charts.
Yeah, that's just like a reference. That's the first top 10 out of 59. Okay, so anyway, we got that. Big Josh kills a man. That's all I wrote about his job match because who cares? And that leads us to the Hardliners against the Freebirds in the first round of the WCW World Tag Title Tournament. Here's what's funny. We never get brackets, and I swear to God, there are matches they say that are tournament matches that never are tournament matches. And then the reverse, where it's like, this is a tag match. And then later you see the tag team that won it, and they're like, they're in the tag tournament. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah.
I've given them credit that, like, stuff on the other shows fill in the blanks for why things seem weird, maybe.
Yeah.
So 7/27 Saturday night, there's an enforcers match. So it gets Sabisco and Anderson. They're out there just being the grumpy old men. The post match is basically they're manly men who are manly, and they're not here for womanly men. They're manly men. Gordon on the 27 lets us know Lex had to vacate the U.S. title. The whole fucking thing is people keep winning these fucking titles, and then they have to vacate the other title. It's just so annoying. So Lex is vacating the U.S. title, and then we could do the tournament on the Clash, I guess, or last night of the Bash in the Omni. We'll just do it there.
Yeah,
10 names at the last American Bash. They're going for the title. Boom. Okay, perfect. And then 2 weeks later in the show, we'll see that Sting has the title. They're such a house show focused company.
Yeah, they really. That was the thing, and I think Shivani. There's been a few people that have the podcast that were around back then that have said the same thing. They're like, we just focus too much on the Atlanta market because we are a fucking national company.
It's World Championship Wrestling, not Georgia Championship Wrestling anymore.
Right. And it's like, and I don't know whose directive it was. Like, I've never heard. I don't know if it was, it can't be Jim Hurd. He doesn't know anything about fucking wrestling. He doesn't understand that Georgia Championship was a thing. So was it Turner maybe? I don't know, but it was fucking stupid.
Okay, so we're in a situation. Lex has to vacate the U.S. title because he won the world title. Cool. But now we also have a situation where the Freebirds are the U.S. tag champs, right?
Yeah.
I'm not incorrect. They're also the six-man champs. I don't believe I'm incorrect there.
No,
and so now they're the U.S. champs going for the world tag titles, which means if they win, we'll next have to have a U.S. tag title tournament to decide who the U.S. tag champion is. What the actual fuck? It's so convoluted, and it just makes me make sure you just have a tournament forever. And I'm a tournament guy. But like you said, it just seems like they're just making it up as they go along. And they're like, oh, that was a tournament match, I guess. I don't know. Sure.
No, I promise. It was really a fucking tournament match.
It happened in the Omni.
The booker told me. Yeah, exactly. It happened in the fucking Omni. The funniest thing about the show that we were just talking about, by the way, Johnny B. Bad and Terrence Taylor are supposed to come out and do a big main event, right? They got cut off. I didn't see the match. I don't know. But I do know that Terrence Taylor, I guess, won. So... cool. It's not like he's gonna win the belt. So yeah. Also, we mentioned earlier, Ron Simmons and Diamond Stud is at the Clash. Well, they did it way before that on July 28th on Main Event. So there you go. They just forgot what they did. So that I just needed to say that. 8-3 WCW. Ron Simmons is getting the mega push. Like within a week and a half. We are like, you're going to fucking, between every match, we got a Ron Simmons vignette for you.
And when we get to the Clash, we'll have 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, we've got an entire Ron Simmons fucking half of the show, okay? Yeah, so,
it's very interesting how they are trying to, we're discussing the fact that Ron would be the first ever Black World Champion. So that's being discussed, right?
Yeah.
And then, but it seems like they are really trying to, they're trying to almost make him like Sting, where it's like, he loves the kids. He got 60 kids on a school bus and took them to the Omni to see him wrestle. And he's spending time at the Girls and Boys Club. And I'm just like, I don't remember seeing them do this with Barry. I don't remember seeing them do this with Lex. I don't remember them doing this with anybody white. It's almost like they almost got to prep their audience. I'm like, no, he's one of the good ones.
Oh, 100%. That's what this was.
It's so. I'm happy it's happening for Ron, but there's also part of me that's like, oh, it just feels. It feels like they're trying really hard. Where Ron Simmons can just be Ron Simmons and people will like him.
Yeah, I agree. I think that. I don't know, man. I get it. It literally feels like right after the 27 show, that they were like, all right, like we're teasing this Ron thing. We have nobody else to work fucking Lex. We got to just throw everything at it. And they knew like we haven't done shit with him. So we just need to like we need to throw the fucking rocket on him and shoot him to the sky. But there's that line of, it works and then it's just overkill. And I think, it's not that I'm like tired of Ron Simmons. I like Ron Simmons. I've met Ron Simmons. He's great. But like, Do I want to see him win the world title in this watch along right now because I've seen 90 vignettes? Not really. I'd rather him just like win a bunch of matches and prove it.
I think here's our issue. Our issue is that we're watching shows in late July, and they're blowing up Ron, right? Trying to make Ron a big deal. We're waiting now like a month and a half to get our next show, at which point there will be a contract signing, not a match.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're really waiting August, September, and probably till the end of October for Ron to get this match with Lex. So like 2.5, 3 months of this build up. And I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not going to go back and look. I don't know if clashes typically don't have a world title match to push us towards the pay-per-view and paying for it, maybe. But like, this is such a lackluster show. I mean, the tag title tourney finish headlines. And yeah, we're here for a contract signing. It's, again, nothing. It's just, I literally never need to see a contract signing, like, ever.
Never.
I'm good. I trust that it happened.
All right, we're gonna blow through some of this. We have another top 10, which again, just think about where we were just now, and here's the new top 10, 2 weeks out. Beautiful Bobby's 10, Dustin's 9, Johnny's 8, Diamond Stud is 7, even though he just lost to Ron Simmons. 6, Elegante, of course. 5, Stunning Steve. Okay. 4 is still Ron Simmons. 3 is Sting. He's not moved at all. 2's Nikita. 1 Barry. Same like top 3. Well, what are we doing? Why did we need that update? It's so crazy.
I'm also like literally not sure during this whole. Okay, I think during this whole cycle, I think I remember 1 Nikita match.
Yes.
Maybe. And maybe a Barry. I don't even know if I saw a Barry. It's just funny that they're like the top contenders. It's like I ain't seen it. These motherfuckers are on vacation somewhere. I think they're in Japan. I don't know where they are.
Yeah,
they're not here.
No, Barry did the job in the cage at Bash.
Yeah,
and then he just sort of fucked around till like the middle of August, and then he's in the fucking shitty battle royal at the Clash. So there you go. He's not anything.
And him and Ron are now friends because they're against Lex, and enemies make the best friends in those situations or something.
But last we saw him, he was buddies with Arn. I don't know.
I love that. Yeah, I love the Arn and Barry display. They're like Rick was the glue holding them together, and now they're just like, no, we ain't friends. We're cool. We're fine. He's hanging out with Larry. I'm jerking off over here in a corner with my bull lip.
I have new hair. The young
I have new bad hair.
Yeah, I got new worse hair. The Young Pistols have a first round WCW World Tag Title Tournament match against the Enforcers. Really good match, as to be expected. Steve Armstrong, Tracy Smothers against these two fucking, greats. It's the story that's always been told in an Arn Anderson tag match, right? Like they're isolating the arm, they're fucking up Tracy, they're beating the shit out of him, all that good stuff. And then I love it. They beat him down so bad, the towel has to be thrown in. I love that fucking shit. You want to know why I love it, though? And I can pinpoint exactly why I love it. Because the first year I started watching wrestling, Survivor Series 94 happens. And most notably, Survivor Series 94 is the Yokozuna Undertaker casket match with Chuck Norris at ringside. That is not what's memorable, obviously. But it is for how bad it is. But the championship match, WWF championship match, was Bret Hart, the champion, against the newly returned Bob Backlund, the I've never eaten marijuana Bob Backlund, who is the best Bob Backlund, I believe. Anyway, it was a submission match, right? Yeah. Okay.
Did Bob Backlund just disappear for the 8? Like, did he wrestle elsewhere, or was he just?
Yes.
Okay.
He did.
Where was he?
So this is a very interesting thing too. Just a quick aside of the aside. Backlund leaves WWF after he does the job to Sheik. Not right after. He sticks it out, but Vince Jr. wanted to turn him heel, and he was like, "Fuck that." So he went to what was called Pro Wrestling USA. And what Pro Wrestling USA was, do you know what it was?
I remember, from the mags,
Yeah. So that kind of happened for a little bit. Then he went to Japan and wrestled in the original UWF for Maeda. So he's like a shoot wrestling legend over there. He's amazing.
Awesome.
Bob Backlund deserves a whole lot of credit. So I don't know the particulars of like where he ends up in the shoot world, because there's a million promotions that come up over there. But either way, he lands back in WWF. They're like, oh my God, we're going to have you work Brett. They do this match, and there's the second. Owen is Brett's second. And he throws in the towel when he's in the chicken wing, and it costs him the world title. And they do the like whole brother thing. It was an incredible fucking angle though. This is after the cage match. Like, no, I want to like repair our brotherhood. Like, I love you, man. And just to fuck him like extra and cost him the title. So I love those finishes for that reason. And this was a good one, and it made sense. The younger guy, he just got way too far into deep waters, and fucking Larry Z and Arn are sharks. So I liked that a lot. That's kind of the end of good shit here. Yeah.
Let's get to the 8/17 Saturday night.
No, I just mean on that show. Yes.
Oh, right. Okay, on that show. Yeah. I'm saying we got one big good thing that happens in our phase here.
Do you want me to tell you the worst thing, though, as Bill Kazmaier starts the show with a terrible promo?
Bill Kazmaier, literally on my screen. You could tell me he gave like the secret to eternal life, and I would not have heard it because I'm not interested in his feats of strength. I'm not interested in him talking.
No.
I'm not interested in him wrestling.
Yeah, he's the drizzling shits. What was the great thing on here? Let's go. Actually, I think I know what's the great thing, but go ahead.
You know what the great thing is? I told you, you'll know by the hometown.
Oh, yeah, that too. There's a great match on here, though.
On 8/17 you're talking about? Or 8 earlier one? Oh, yeah, great. Okay, so 8/17, we start off with Patriots versus the New York Foundation. The Patriots are basically just the village people.
Yeah.
They come out like as a firefighter and a soldier, and in a couple weeks we'll probably have like a cop and a utility worker as well. Ron says he wants Lex. Mr. Hughes attacks him. Barry saves him, so we get Barry and Ron are like homies now. Barry on the mic. He's the one. In this promo, he says the word "people" approximately 1,000 times. He says, "Lex, you have your people doing people who love people are the people who say people." He's like, "Lex, you had your people, and they attacked people, and there's other people, and people." And I rewound it. It was just so damn funny. And you see he catches himself saying "people" too many times, and like has to like reset himself. But yeah, he just this mic work in WCW is downright scary at times. But yeah, people who love people are the people's people. He just says "people" 112 times within 8 words. And then from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico,
fuck yeah, baby,
we get the return of Cactus fucking Jack.
I mean, you can't ask for a better savior. And I wrote that in my notes. I wrote that later in my notes for the Clash. But this is such a like, oh my God, we needed a guy like Cactus so bad. And thank God he's around for a little bit. Like, he's around.
You need the wild card.
94? Yeah.
Like you need the wild card. Like we get Kevin and One Man Gang, right? And that's our favorite thing.
Yes.
And like and Abdullah shows up at one point. Like, Abdullah's here. Abdullah pops out of a box and attacks Sting.
Amazing.
And then Cactus is back. And all I have to say about Cactus Jack is every time he does the flying elbow off the top rope or the second rope to the concrete floor, I say, "Ow, your hip."
Yeah.
Like, it's just like this dude just puts his fucking body on the line every time. That's what you just gotta love him. Like, he's just a little trash monster.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's what we love about Darby now, right? Like he got that from fucking Cactus, and nobody. I don't give a shit who, what, whatever. And I've seen a lot of pro wrestling from a lot of eras. Nobody did what Foley did before him. Nobody, and no one's ever done it since like him. Nobody. I mean. That dude is a literal, I think JR at one point said, he's a human crash test dummy. And it's the truth. Like, Darby is too, but it's a different thing. Like, it's a really crazy thing to see a guy the size of Foley doing these bumps, because you're like, oh my God, dude, how did you even like do that? And then you just recklessly fall on your neck and head or your hip.
Yeah, every time he does, I'm just like, ow, that hurts. And I think that our issue with this clash is going to be the fact that we're just building stuff that doesn't pay off here. Yeah. Like, the story here is that Cactus is after Sting.
Yeah.
But we don't get Sting versus Cactus at the Clash. We get Sting versus Johnny B. Bad, who's the 8th ranked guy for some reason and getting that U.S. title shot. But yeah, and so we're kind of just holding this thing out to like, oh, Halloween Havoc's the real show. We're just kind of, we have to put this on. We have to put this on TV. We have to legally put something on TV.
Exactly. This is a contractual obligation. And speaking of that, Dusty is in the back with Dustin, which this is weird. You have Dustin, who's playing his dad, who's standing right next to him. So if you're not watching the screen, you're like, why is there two Dusties talking? And they're with Bischoff, which I really loved that. I was like, ooh, this would be a very, very heated conversation if this was 95.
It's so funny just seeing Eric Bischoff just sliding in here. He's like, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Mr. Steal Your Girl. You're like, I brought this new guy in. Now, like 2 years later, he's like, he's married to my wife now. He stole my wife from me.
That's what he does with WCW. He's like, I'm like 4th string announcer, and in 2 years to this date almost, he is the fucking EVP.
It's just like you didn't see him coming. You didn't see this guy just walk in the door and take over the company in 2 years. It's great.
So immediately Dustin, and I just don't get it. He is doing a Dusty impression, and I can't believe he's doing it right next to Dusty. And like, it's fucking horrible. The only thing that was kind of like that's heartwarming was Dusty's line. He says, if this boy wins this title tonight, it'll be bigger than anything I have ever done in my career. And you feel that. You're like, I really think he feels that. I think if Dustin wins a belt, he like really believed like, oh man, that's cooler than, and it makes sense. It's your kid. So that was cool. Terrible promo though. And the match. This is what I was talking about a great thing on here. Stunning Steve defending the world television title against Dustin. Unbelievable. The fact that you watch this and you keep in mind that Austin broke into the business 2 years before this is insane. He's so advanced here. He already gets facial expression. He already gets selling. He already gets timing. And then Dustin, he's only been around, maybe 4 years himself. He kind of toiled away in Florida for a while. So that's sort of, an iffy time in his career. But like at a high level, I think he came into WCW Crockett in 88. He has a WWF run in 89, very, very brief into 90. And then he's back in WCW. So he's not been working long.
No, I'll say really good match, really messy ending.
Oh, terrible ending. Terrible.
Because there's like Lady Blossom's supposed to kind of interfere, but she's just like standing in the ring for like 10 seconds, like not knowing what to do. But yeah, she's just occupying space and match ends. But yeah, before, again, Dusty versus Steve.
Yep.
Ron versus Scott. Brian versus, just so much good talent. Just for them to be able to kind of get it together and figure out something compelling to tell with it.
Think about it. That right there is the Attitude Era. Literally. You have Farouk, Nation Domination leader. You have Goldust. You have Stone Cold. And you have Razor Ramon, who ends up being Scott Hall in the NWO. We're getting to a point, when you give it time and you go back, that's when now, all the chatter from then of like, well, come on, they're diamonds in the rough. How could we know? How couldn't you know? We're seeing it. We're not bait. I was 2 years old, man. I have no basis on this shit. I don't care. Like, whoever's good is good to me. I have no like weird, like I remember in 91. I don't. So, and you were like doing life, you were a human. You were old enough to where you're like, the Hogan era is kind of not a thing anymore. This isn't cool. So we're coming into this cold. We're telling you like it is. These guys are ready. They were ready for a push.
It's hard to watch Brian. It's hard to watch Scott. And I think we have limited exposure to Oz, but look at him. And you're like, no, we're gonna get Tommy Rich on your screen and Terry Taylor and like this all this other stuff. Like don't care, man, don't care. Bring me these young guys. They're interesting at least.
Let's push fucking Terry Taylor down your throat again. Speaking of being pushed down your throat, I had to mention this on the pod. This is the match of the watch along. It is literally the yin and yang of what we're dealing with right now in WCW. Because on the 8/18 main event, we had One Man Gang wrestling PN fucking News. And buddy, it sucks. It is awful. It is everything you could imagine it and worse. Because imagine One Man Gang having to carry a guy. Oh, man. And even Sullivan on the outside can't save it. It's really terrible.
PN News is interesting in respect to the crowd seems really into him.
Very.
And I'm just like, I think you're just starved for anything tinted urban.
Yes.
You know what I mean? After dealing with Young Pistols and good old Southern Boys and all this shit, I think you're just like, we have something that's like beige. Yeah. And they're just into it at least. But yeah, I mean, the crowd's really into it, but it is straight hot garbage. Yo, baby, yo.
Like, PN News for these people was like when someone finally went, you're really going to season that steak, right? And they're like, what? Really? Oh.
Wait, salt and pepper?
Bold. Salt and pepper? I don't. That rings a bell.
Oh, I remember them at the wrestling show. Yeah, I remember those guys on a couple months ago.
I remember them very clearly wanting to have sex with anyone that wasn't PN News.
Yes, exactly. I can't remember who else was in the ring because like, Paul Pepper was like, "What's up?"
Oh, that was so awesome, man.
So the funny thing is, I have no other notes on any of the Saturday nights until September 7th. I started watching the September 7th Saturday night, and I'm like, wait, when the hell did Enforcers become tag champs? And I'm like, wait a minute, I overjumped the show. So I guess that's how good of a job they were doing, really preparing you for the Clash. Was I didn't realize it was the next episode.
I'll be really honest.
So I had to go back and catch it.
Yeah. Well, and also, it's fucking really hard to find. Specifically, the 831 episode. That took forever for me to find. It took me a while to get the 24 one, and I found it, and I watched it. But
you actually found a 31? If it's not there, I just kind of assume like it was a baseball game and it got preempted.
I think that's it.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm thinking not much is going to happen anyways, and you'll recap it for me next week, right? Great.
Yeah, so here's the weird part, though. A lot happens on the 24th, but it's easy to get through. So, Z-Man beats up Jim Boss. Huge.
Perfect. News. Great.
Cactus Jack cuts a great promo. And he says, I'm going to, there's be a lot of people getting hurt because of me. And I'm here for something big coming to WCW. That ends up being Abdullah in the box. And then we see the angle where Sting opens the box and Abdullah kills him. Unbelievable. Super great. Don't know why that wasn't the match at the Clash to set up for a match at Halloween Havoc with fucking Cactus. But either way, here we are. Nikita kills a guy. So that's the Nikita match, by the way. There it is right there. I was going to say, I was like, well, no, I wrote notes for a Nikita match. That's the one.
That gets you to number 2 ranking right there.
And then right before the buzzer of the Clash, they're like, fuck, we got to right some wrongs here. In one control center with Heyman, we get Flying Brian. He's back. We're not going to tell you why, but he's back. It's like, wow. And then we have Ron calling out Lex, and I want you in the Omni, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So there's all that. And then, I'm going after the world title. I'm not taking no for an answer. Okay. Oz shows up, kills a guy. By the way, anyone, please God, find this match. I am told that on the 825 main event show, there was a tag match, and it is legitimately Oz and the Diamond Stud tagging. So first time ever those guys tagged is this match. You won't believe the opponents. The illustrious tag team of Big Josh and
Pianus.
Z-Man. No, Z. Holy shit. So I got to find that match. I will be writing about that match.
And for the love of fuck, if Z-Man and Big Josh win, do not tell me.
Oh, I'll tell you right now. It'll be like the fucking Office episode where he's like, all right, Michael, you be the guy you're firing. And he just straight up goes, I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault. That would be me to fucking Z-Man. Okay, so we have another top 10, Jim. I know, you just have been raring to go.
Huge movements.
Massive movements. Number 10, Johnny B. Bad. Number 9, Beautiful Bobby. He can't fucking get a out of 9 spot, okay?
Okay, so we have Johnny B. Bad at 10 now.
Yeah.
How the fuck does he get the U.S. title shot?
He's a bad man.
He's moving down the rankings, and he gets a title shot. What the fuck?
When you're a bad man. All right, so number 8, Dustin Rhodes. Again, we're giving him all this TV time. He's only 8 in the fucking world. 7, Gang. Oh my God, Gang should be like 3. Let's be honest. All right. 6, Egante. Another one. I don't think he's moved in about 2 of these.
Egante did beat Gang, so I'll give him, right? Didn't he, or just put him on a stretcher?
Yes.
Because Sid wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. 5 is Austin still. 4 is Ron. We are like putting the rocket on him. He's number 4. And then the same top 3 again. Nikita 3. Sting. No, wait. They switched. Never mind. They switched. Sting's now number 2. Huge deal. He moved up.
The U.S. champ is number 2 now. Great.
2. Well, he's going to win the title the next night. So he's not U.S. champ yet.
Oh, okay.
And then
I forgot. Last night that happened.
Number 1, the most absentee number 1 contender in the history of the business, Barry Windham. It's like, holy fuck. He's the number 1 contender. We're not going to talk about a rematch with Lex. Fuck that. It's like the Sheik in Backlund. We're not going back to that. Fuck you. You go to the sideline. You're done. All right. So, yeah. And then Big Josh kills a guy again. I said he looks like he's been to more dead shows than gym sessions, but hey, same here with me. I mean, we get the barn burner semifinal of the tag title tournament. Enforcers and Patriots. Whoa. I did say this, though, and man, I don't know if WCW's rotting my brain at this point or not, but I did say, hey, to be honest, Firebreaker Chip had ability. Like, he really did, man. Like, he actually, I'll say this, in 2025, he would be considered a pretty good hand. You want to know why? All he does is be on his spot, and he can do athletic shit. That's all they ask him to do, and he does it. He can't sell to save his life. He's green as fucking grass. But Todd Champion, when he gets in the match, is fucking horrible. So bad. He can't even do a fucking slam without like Arn or Larry like grabbing themselves around. They're like, don't drop me on my head. Thank you. So
you just saying the name Firebreaker Chip is hysterical. It's fucking hysterical.
I feel like that is the title of a gay porno. There's no way it's not.
Yeah. Firebreaker Chip's got a lot going on. You don't want to check his hard drive. Don't check his hard drive.
Oh, man. Yeah, so anyway, you're going to be shocked by this. Enforcers win this.
Well, they're manly men.
They are manly men, and the finish is so fucking god-awful because it's a sunset flip. By the way, I just remembered, never mind. Firebreaker Chick, not very good because he fucks up. He fucks up taking a sunset flip for the finish. Like, Arn and Larry have to hold him down together, and I don't think it was just the fucking spot. I think he literally couldn't figure out, like, you have to have your shoulders down. So never mind. Maybe, but what I'm saying is raw ability. Right? Like if somebody in WCW would have had a clue and cared and they had a power plant that was good. I mean, I know the power plant, a meme in of itself, and we'll get to that when we get to that in 5,000 years. And then we have a Lex and Harley promo, and it's kind of just race talking, which is fine. There's no real belt yet. Still no belt. Lex is like absentee champ, man. Like doesn't have a belt. Hasn't really wrestled. I think he had one squash this whole watch.
When's he gone?
Gone? The next year, right after Super Brawl 1 or 2.
It's like in February-ish.
February. Yeah, he
Yeah,
loses the title
I mean,
to
this
Sting.
dude's having the fucking dream reign.
Oh yeah,
He's like, I got to fight defend the title like 3 times in the next 6 months. I'm good.
unbelievable. Yeah, and I mean, it's like all Ron Simmons, I think. PN News kills a guy. So here we are. We're in Augusta, Georgia for Clash of the Champions 16 because there's nothing else to say. Right away, we got Missy Bischoff, and Heyman on the ramp. And Missy finally is like, I have a locker room interview with Lex Luger tonight. And it's like, all the guys are like, yeah. And yet again, I mean, what is that? Exhibit 521 now of her sexual lawsuit against WCW? They're like, yeah, that's awesome that you're going to be in the guy's locker room. Yeah. All right. So then we have.
She's so excited.
So excited, which, I mean, cool. We had the Georgia Brawl Battle Royal, brother. And let's go through these names because there ain't nothing to say other than who wins this fucker.
Well, the minute the last person enters the battle royal, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. So it's El Gigante who wins. And then it's Gang. Barry Windham, the number 1 contender, is in a fucking battle royal to open the show. Big Josh, big name. Terrence Taylor, huge. Dustin, Stunning Steve, the world television champion. He ain't defending the belt on here. Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. PN News.
I really thought Buddy Lee Parker was going to win. I thought it was going to be him, but.
Yeah, when he came out in that fucking cop uniform, I was like, dude, he's got it. State Patrol. Want to have a State Patrol? He's got it. All right, so PN News, Oz, Tracy Smothers, Ranger Ross, your boy. Bobby, I don't know why he's your boy.
You know I popped. Yeah, when Ranger Ross came, I popped. I was like, Ranger Ross is still around?
Speaking of popping, you know what I popped for? Thomas Rich coming to the ring, who he just became a heel in the middle of all this. I love that. And then, of course, it couldn't be a bullshit fucking match in WCW in 91 without Z-Man in the fucking fold. Here's your final 4, though. So, wait. Oh, man, I didn't have... Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's your final 4. This should tell you how shitty the Battle Royal is. It's Dustin. Okay, that makes sense, right? Gang. Oz. And Gigante. I wrote... Gigante wins? I can't believe it! With like 50 fucking exclamation points.
Just a couple notes on the Battle Royal. Okay, so Pia News, when he comes to the ring, he is announced as 403.5 pounds. And I really want to know why the fuck we throw on a half pound for a person who weighs 403 pounds. He gets eliminated in the Battle Royal by essentially leaping over the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
He charges at the turnbuckle. Somebody's in the corner. He charges at the turnbuckle and just jumps over the top rope. It's great. Ranger Ross. You said my boy Ranger Ross. Literally, I'm like, Ranger Ross. I thought you were in jail already, buddy. I think you commit the crimes in February, or maybe he's still not caught yet. The whole Battle Royal. Every time I saw Oz, I thought it was Dustin.
Yeah.
So the whole match, when it got to the end, I was like, wait a minute. Wait, those are 2 different people.
Yeah.
I didn't know Oz and Dustin were 2 different people in the match. I thought it was just one guy doing a lot of work. That bleached blonde look was really hitting WCW hard during that time.
Well, fucking Shivani's got it. That was the 90s, man.
It was the 90s. It was tinted. You were tinted at 3 years old.
Yeah, dude. I was tinted up, man.
But PN News jumping over that turnbuckle, I rewound it like 3 times. I'm like, did he just jump? He leapt over the turnbuckle. It's hysterical.
It's fucking unbelievable, dude. And then, of course, your aforementioned WCW Light Heavyweight Title Tournament. Every match on this show, aside from like 2, are a tournament match of some sort, basically. And it's Bad Street, so Brad Armstrong, against Flying Bryant. This is fine, nothing wrong with it. The real thing that was the highlight is him doing a tope suicida and literally almost fucking dying into the barricade face first.
Yeah, 2 things I had for the match was there was a moment where they're on their apron, one inside, one outside, and they're going to do the suplex, and you're like, oh, they're not going to do the suplex out to the outside. They actually do the suplex to the outside. It doesn't land great. And then Brian does a tope. It basically just wipes out. His face is on the guardrail. His stomach is on the ground, and his feet are up in the air. Like he's just ragdoll physicked to death. Those two things in that match, I was like, the suplex to like the outside, and then the tope. I was like, holy shit, this feels like the future almost. Like,
oh yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, Brad was great, and then the other
Brad's like, Brad was like, what the fuck move did you just do? I didn't know to catch you.
Oh, I know, man. He's like, I'm from Continental, brother. They don't jump to the outside.
We don't moves. Tavi.
Yeah, we don't do fucking moves there. And then all I said to end it up was they never got how great Pillman was. They never got it. It's just a shame. And no one ever did, honestly. I don't think he ever got a real like serious push that like of what I think he deserved. He was incredible. We have a new, and you won't believe what I'm about to say. We have a new top 10. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. It's like
Who would have realized that victories over Fred Avery would move the rankings so much?
Yeah, they definitely did. Number 10, he fell. It's a shame. Beautiful Bobby, number 10 now. It sucks. Of course, this piece of shit shows back up, and he's in the fucking top 10. Number 9, Z-Man. Number 2, Diamond Stud. Or number 2, Christ, I wish. Number 8, Diamond Stud. Number 7, Gang. Number 6, Dustin. So he's moving a little bit. Oh my God, we have movement actually in this fucking top 5. I can't believe it. 5 is Stunning Steve still. 4 is Egante. Okay. No.
Okay, I'm about to say, Egante has to go somewhere.
No, we're not doing, he moves up into top 5. I don't like it. Barry finally reality hit WCW, and they went, what are we doing with Barry? Fucking number 1, and we're doing nothing with him. So they finally remedied that. Barry's number 3 now. Ron is still just 2, though. Ron is not the number 1 contender. And then number 1 is Sting. Because, you know what? That makes some sense. Because it's the U.S. title. He won the U.S. title. He's supposed to be number 1 contender. We're still not going with that. The biggest match WCW could do, we're not going to do. So that's your top 10 now. And then, of course, you know what? For once, that actually led to something later. That runs us right into Johnny B. Bad Sting, which was fine. I don't think it was bad. I think it was very clear, though, that Sting was carrying him, which is to be expected. Bad's very, very green. But he's an athlete. I'll say this, another one, a lot like fucking Firebreaker Chip. I think fucking way more so with this guy. Johnny B. Bad today, with all the athletic shit he did, you add some like springboards and shit to that, he'd be a solid guy right now. Everyone would be like, man, Johnny B. Bad's a pretty good worker. So that's interesting. We don't really think of Mark Marrow as a guy that's like ahead of his time, but he was. He really was. He was very like
I really like the Johnny B. Bad character. I like he believes in his character. He's not half-assing it. Yep. He pops out some of those boxing moves in the ring. He punches him in the stomach at one point, and so like it's pretty good. Like you don't think he's going to beat Sting, but like I said, I mean a pretty good match near the end. One thing we did not mention was so we had the box with Abdullah, that attacked Sting, and then another box was brought out at one point, and Sting approaches it with apprehension. And he opens it up, and out walks a beautiful blonde woman.
Oh.
Yeah, so the boxes are kind of, you don't know what the box is going to be. So during this match, a box comes out to the ring ramp, and Teddy gets distracted, and Johnny gets distracted, and Johnny's like, "You got me a gift." And Teddy's like, "No." Kenny kind of walks over to the gift, and it was during this moment that I realized wrestlers are the biggest rubberneckers in the world.
Yeah.
Like if a wrestler sees an accident on the side of the highway, they will absolutely stop and watch it.
Yeah.
Because both wrestlers, they're going for a title. It's a title match. A box comes out, and they both just cannot take their eyes off the box.
So
they got their eyes on the prize, literally. And it's just like, guys, there's a match going on. The box is like 20 feet away. Like, just focus on your match. But no, they're wrestlers. Wrestlers will just If they hear a siren, they're going to run outside to see where it's going. If they see an accident on the side of the highway, they're slowing their asses down and checking everything out. That's what wrestlers are, man. They're very curious people.
So your mind is about to melt, because you know what one of my biggest notes is? What is the deal with this company and never showing champions with their belts? This actually is not a title match. How insane is that? Why is it not a title match, by the way? I'll never understand this.
I can give you okay. The reason it's not a title match is because this match was signed before Sting won the title.
Oh, right.
And Sting is not a fighting champion.
No, he's a pussy.
And so he says, "No, I will not be defending it." Sorry, Johnny. When I signed it, I wasn't champion.
Like right here, JR should have went, well, and you're probably wondering, why does Sting not have a title on right now and he's U.S. champion? It's because he's a pussy champion. You might as well have.
They just really hope we don't notice anything.
They really
It's great.
do.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know. At the end, maybe it was a title match. Maybe it wasn't. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the announcer says at the end.
And you're really underselling this rubbernecking thing that happens. So they're having a match, it's fine. And this fucking box shows up, and there is a moment, quite literally, where Johnny and Sting stand basically shoulder to shoulder and just stare at the box together. Like, oh, hey, we're not fighting anymore. It's like they're cats.
In a title match. These titles are allegedly important.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's not a title match, sadly.
Okay, yeah, I guess if it's not a title match, who gives a fuck? Yeah, what's in the box? Maybe the box is a better prize than no title.
Yeah. Yeah, so then the finish is one of the worst finishes in fucking history. Literally, they go from standing shoulder to shoulder to Sting just goes, I'm going to roll you up and win. And he just rolls him up and wins. And Johnny isn't mad about this. He just kind of fucks off because it's the spot, which again is like, fuck.
No, Johnny's still like, but the box. What about the box? I know I got pinned, but what about the box?
Is, baby. So then Sting, of course, is a dumb baby face, and he walks up to the box. And Cactus. No, wait. He does.
No.
Did it right.
Cactus just.
We never see Cactus come out of it.
No, what you see is you see Johnny's back. Sting's kind of up against the back ropes. You see Johnny's back. Cactus just blows by Johnny, pushes him out of the way. He's like, I'm attacking Sting. And then Johnny's like, I ain't fucking with this guy. Bye.
Yeah. And then he just beats the fuck out of him. And this was amazing.
It's great.
It's
the
great highlight of the whole fucking show was him just
throws a trash can on his head as they're walking. But I mean, it's what we want.
Yes.
It's like, I message you. I'm like, the best thing happens, you'll know by the hometown. Because he's the only guy with that hometown. It's great.
That was a smart move for him in hindsight, too. Like, immediately. From Truth Our
That's such a cool name.
It's fucking great. What do you think was great about Richard Morton against Mike Graham, though, for the
the end? The end was pretty good.
Was it? I thought.
7 minutes and 40 seconds of Richard Morton versus Mike Graham.
Fuck, man. This was painful. This was really painful. And I will say this. I've tried, I've heard people tell me before, Mike Graham was a good worker back in the day. And I'm like, okay, I'll put on a thing and watch some Florida. I love Florida. Guys, I don't see it. I think he fucking sucks. I think he sucked when he was a kid. And I think he's awful as an old guy wrestler here. Actually, not even an old guy. That's the sad part. He's probably like 40 here. But, I said in 81, this might have been passable, I mean, Ricky was amazing in 81. In 1991, it is the biggest waste of time I can think of. They try to work this match that means something. No one gives a fuck in that crowd. Nobody. They just saw Sting get killed.
Yeah, it just felt like 1982, And I think right, when you look at the brackets, you have Richard Morton and Mike Graham on the one side.
Yeah.
And then the other side is Pillman and Bastry, who has been pretty interesting, at least athletically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of, at least give me that when you're giving me this light heavyweight. I don't want Ricky Morton as a light heavyweight. I want fucking people that can move and shit,
Yeah, it's not about size. It's about, I want to see a motherfucker do a tope and kill themselves.
But bro. This is the second highest rated match on the show.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
After Pillman and Bad Street.
That's what I'm talking about. There are so many people online that will glaze Mike Graham to you. And I'm like, I don't okay. Like, Mike Graham, dude? Really? That's your hill to die on. That's really weird.
I don't know if you replace Mike Graham with 10 other WC jobbers, if I would know the difference. But barring outstanding, different looks.
Yeah.
But just like a regular guy, if he walked out and he was George South, I'd be like, oh yeah, I get it. I dig it. Yeah, sure, it's him.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather George South.
Me too.
Fuck it, he's too tall, but who cares? So was Ed. Out comes fucking Bill Kazmaier. Not to wrestle. He's wrestling later. In the main event, by the way, as well. That should tell you how fucked
yeah.
anyone.
So
here we go. This is so fucked. First off, Bischoff is in bitch fucking duty tonight. He's in the ring. There is just weight shit all around the ring, just scattered. Actually, it's not like a weight room is set up like WWE would do when they do every strongman thing ever, because Vince had a fucking muscle fetish. No, it's just like there's plates in one corner. There's like a medicine ball or something in another. It's just
they thought these feats of strength were fascinating.
You can tell.
I want to make sure I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
In my head, JR says that Bill Kazmaier is going for a record.
Yes.
Of bending a bar.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could set a record bending a bar.
Bill Kazmaier, brother. Bill Kazmaier.
Like, is it by the strength of the bar? Is it how fast you bend it? I don't understand how a world record is achieved in this situation.
They literally, and I can't believe this is not an innuendo, they put over how thick the steel bar was. That's what.
Okay. So nobody's ever bent a 1-inch steel bar behind their neck.
Nobody's ever done this, except 9 people have already done this. But
okay.
So and then Kazmaier, in the most wooden way ever, he's like, okay, because he's from Wisconsin. All right, so I'm gonna take the bar and I'm gonna put a little towel over my head and I'm gonna like bend it and it's gonna okay. And then he just starts bending it in the most awkward way ever. And it literally looks like he's edging, by the way. It's another meme, by the way. Let's get on the meme train. We got to have a Bill Kazmaier coming fucking meme. Okay, guys? Because it is really disturbing watching this guy.
I don't understand where Bill Kazmaier came from. It's like he just showed up. And now he's like, in a tag team with Rick Steiner making it to the finals. Like, what? Where did this come from? Did I miss like a month of shows or something where Bill Kazmaier became an important person in my life?
No, you didn't. He was a strong man that I guess got notoriety from something, and
for bending bars,
jerked him off, man. That's all it was. That was just the biggest glaze in '91 was Bill Kazmaier.
Yeah. So Bill has his tag match, his tag title tourney match at the end of the night. But before that, to warm up, he says, "I want to set a record of bending a bar behind my neck." Yeah. And the ideal place to do this, the middle of the ring,
with my back turned.
So he bends the thing behind his neck. He just kind of keeps his arms up the whole time. And then Arn and Terry come down and just grab like a 45-pound plate and just hit him in the ribs with it. It's like, you big dummy, bending a bar behind your neck. So they hit him in the ribs, because not only can Bill Kazmaier, who's been here for 3 weeks, he needs to overcome the odds. We need to give him a rib injury as well. For this title match against Arn and Larry, who are manly men who've been wrestling for approximately 50 years combined, versus Bill Kazmaier in his 1 year or less of experience. They have to beat him up with a weight. Sure, why not?
Dude.
And then, of course, will Bill be able to make it for the final?
Ooh, we don't know.
I don't know.
You better.
Maybe we get Rick. Maybe we get to make up another partner for Rick to tag with.
You motherfuckers better not turn that fucking channel. You pieces of fucking shit. That's basically what they're doing. They're like, Bill Kazmaier's got assaulted. You fucking heartless piece of shit. You better don't fucking no. You're not turning it to MTV right now.
He bent a bar behind his head for your entertainment.
He literally.
You will respect this man.
He did an edging face and bent a bar and got hit in the ribs for your sins. Are you going to turn TBS off? All right, so that happens. You're like traumatized.
Guys, we are making this show sound so much more interesting than
it is a piece of shit, folks. It is.
We are really doing a job here for you guys.
Actually, full disclosure, this is how much it sucked. Okay, this was my night last night. At one point, and this was such an afterthought, by the way, that I forgot I didn't watch it because I swear I thought I watched this, and I never have in my life. So I was like, I'm watching, like, it was like 30 minutes into Final Battle last night, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta watch that show. And then I just put it on in the fucking background, basically, and I watched good shit on the big screen. And then I saved my wife misery and had it on the earphones. With earphones, what am I, 88 years old? What the fuck was that? Earbuds. And I watched this piece of shit. So it's terrible, dude. We're trying to dress it up as much as possible. Then we had Freebirds and Patriots. I mean, main event anywhere, maybe in the greater Atlanta area. Wait, what happened?
You know what? I don't think I wrote down anything for this match.
There's nothing to write. I said, birds win. Thank the Lord. That's it.
Yeah, because the next thing I have is the Paul E. and Cactus Jack. Yes, I didn't have that match.
Yeah. This was phenomenal. You know?
A Cactus, he's so good.
Yeah.
Like, he is so good. But again, with this character and just, I mean, this guy, he's a psycho.
He's
like, knowing him now and going, oh, Mick Foley's such a sweet, nice guy. Like, here, no, he's a fucking maniac.
He's insane. Yeah, he's great here. He's like, you know, it wasn't a personal thing with Sting. I want to beat the fuck out of you, basically. And he like needed to tell us that he's friends with Abby. Like, we didn't figure out they both came out of the same exact fucking box. Another one where it's like, Dusty, really? You could.
Of course you're friends with Abdullah Butcher.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
And then so the box comes out and he's like, it's Abby. I'm going to go give him, and this is great, a Cactus Jack hug. And he really does. He goes up to the box. He hugs it like a little child would fucking Mickey at fucking Disney World. And Sting busts through this motherfucker and lays waste on him and hip tosses him from the ramp to the fucking concrete floor. It's disgusting. It's a splat.
Why not?
And then it's amazing too, because like immediately Cactus is limping, and I'm like, well, that was probably the first time you fucking cracked your hip in your career. So that's why you're where you're at. But hey, thanks, because I marked the fuck out for it, buddy.
Bro.
And then the only thing before Ron Simmons and Diamond Stud is I said WCW was clearly very proud of their above shot camera because we got it way too much in this show. There's the above shot of the Battle Royal, and I'm like, it's 80 guys standing around. You just exposed the business, basically. It's just guys standing around throwing shitty fucking forearms. Like,
didn't need that angle, guys. Okay. Didn't need that angle.
God damn. All right, Ron Simmons, Diamond Stud. This was really good for what it was, which was just a glorified squash.
Less than 2.5 minutes. Come on, give my boy Scott some time here.
It's unbelievable. So that happens.
But not as squashy as the next match.
God, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I've got thoughts about that one. But after
these last 4 matches,
yeah,
only one is over 4 minutes.
Fuck me. So I say Heyman is apparently in the spot of Gene Okerlund tonight because he's got another fucking interview, and he's in the ring with Ron, who sweat his ass off. And he's going to prove to the world at Halloween Havoc that he's the man to beat. And out comes Harley and Hughes. I like that. Harley and Hughes. That's what they should have called him, man. I would have bought that shirt. You know, if it was today, Harley and Hughes, fuck yeah.
Double H.
Double H, baby. Better than triple. Ron says he ain't wasting time with these two goofs. He's going to the back to find Lex himself. And literally, Harley and Hughes stand in the ring like the biggest dorks you've ever fucking seen. I'm like, Harley Race is an 8-time world champion, and he's just like, okay, I guess you didn't want to listen.
They did not see that as an option.
No.
They did not realize that leaving for Ron was an option.
Oh, wait, we can just follow. Oh. All right. So then we have,
I
never put it together, the first off, I see Terrence Taylor again, and I'm pissed. I'm like, God, I hope this guy gets killed. I was so pleased because this was the debut of one living legend. Hopefully he's alive. Surely he is. I feel like I would be
Already
the
on it.
one guy that would celebrate his death. Like, not even like celebrate, but I mean, like, I would have 90 tributes to Van Hammer if he had already died. Out comes Van Hammer. The entrance, you gotta admit, dude, tremendous. Like proto Hechicero shit.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so he's got these like black leather pants on, right?
Oh,
Shirtless,
yeah.
long hair, like kind of Kenny Omega-ish, like for a look. And he has like a guitar, and he's kind of like, as he like strokes the guitar, plays the guitar, like fireworks shoot, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that happen? He's like, firework would shoot, a firework would shoot. He's come down, he's got a guitar. He's Van Hammer. I'm guessing a mix between Van Halen and MC Hammer.
Yes.
I'm guessing we're going there. Yeah, Van Hammer comes down. He looks impressive, and he looks tall, especially standing next to Terry Taylor. So he comes down, and the match is a little bit over a minute. Van Hammer's a little rough around the edges. His finishing move, I believe, is supposed to be a flying knee drop off the top rope, but he more just like kind of jumps with one leg on each side of the opponent and then kind of slightly bends the knee and walks past.
Yeah. His finishing move is crumple off the top.
Yeah, just doesn't touch the opponent at all, and then leaps over him, and that's good enough for a pin, and that's good enough for me at that point because I don't need to see Terry Taylor anymore in my life. We're good.
Yeah, he could have just never gone into the business again. Here's what I said about Van Hammer, and I think I'm pretty dead on. I guess Jim Herd saw Ultimate Warrior finally, and he wanted one of his own, but rocker version. He has almost the exact same moves. He has the same, like you said, Kenny Omega look. Yeah, well, Kenny Omega was a big warrior mark, and he'll tell you that that's a lot of why he has like his hair and shit. So
he was doing a lot of that rope shaking.
Oh yeah, it was the exact same.
Yeah,
so,
he was doing the rope shaking. Yeah, so
yeah, this was like the Randy Hogan sort of shit.
He's the ultimate rocker, is what he is.
Yes, which I am not going to be very shocked if they don't go with that. And then it happens, buddy. You think that Scorsese can put together a great like cinematic thing, right? You think fucking Kubrick is a master of cinema? Fuck that shit. Let me tell you who's a master of fucking cinema. Virgil Runnels, because what follows is you think, oh, Missy in the locker room with Luger, his fucking abs are it's gonna be really awful. No, actually what it is it's like if Twin Peaks was directed by a second grader. And what I mean by that is there's 80 different shots of, so Luger's sitting there. He looks like he works IT for a paper company. He's got the fucking button down shirt, the tie, no jacket, which is the dorkiest look you could ever have in your life. He literally looks like he just got out of church and he's 6. So he's sitting there. His neck is about to snap the top button off. He's so fucking roided up. And he's sitting there with his boys, you know, and Missy's like, yeah.
his boys, Mr. Hughes and Harley.
Yeah. I mean, what a
fucking weird group of people that is.
I mean, hey, that's who Lex
is. It's wrestling. It's wrestling, you know? Yeah, I mean, who else is Lex going to hang out with? It would seem normal, right?
Yeah, so then Missy's like, all right, Lex, hello. And there's a bang at the door. And we get a cut. And the bang, now the camera's outside of the room we're in. Whoa. And it's Ron beating on the door. And it definitely was not earlier because he's not sweating, which is another odd one. So then we go back into the room. And all we get, so we had to go back into the room just for Lex to get up and open the door, or he was like, fuck him or whatever. And then he goes to sit down. Ron kind of like another meme. There's a very meme show. I didn't know what he was doing. He literally knocks and they're like, fuck you. And he goes, all right. And he just turns around, starts throwing shit out of his way. And you're like, what is he doing? Then he gets in a 3-point stance. Like this is fucking the Orange Bowl. Okay. and he runs through the door. Whoa. Real door, by the way, for sure, real door. And then Lex is kind of like, fuck. And then, so there was no security, nothing this whole time that we saw a disturbance at the world champions locker room, right? But now everyone's there. And also there was like 3 shots in what I just said for no reason.
I mean, yeah, I'm big on it. I'm a big production guy too. And so when I watch something and I'm like, there are 7 different camera angles here. It's not natural when you see something with like 7 different camera angles in a 5 square foot. You know,
yeah,
it's a lot of production work there. And we're just dragging this Ron thing on so long.
Yeah.
Again, we're a month. I'll say a month and a half into it. And we're just getting to like a confrontation about having a match. And then it's weird that we have a contract signing later, which seemed like it happened earlier. So Ron's like, I want Lex, but it seemed like you guys had already signed the contract. Because you were doing it at a different, it's so nonsensical, you know? And I just love how Missy gets all these interviews, but they're never anything.
They're never. They're like,
never anything. It's always, hey, Lex, somebody interrupts.
Yeah.
And this girl is always excited about getting an interview, but just never. He's literally asked 2 questions out of 85 interviews.
Holy shit. So then, of course, what do you do after a cinematic fucking masterpiece like that? Oh, well, let's throw Z-Man back out there to have a world television title match with Stunning Steve. Oh, wonderful. It's fine. You know, there's nothing like wrong with it. I just hate fucking Z-Man. And we get the classic heel illegal fucking brass knucks finish. Amazing.
The brass knucks, I call it like the WrestleMania finish where when Macho Man did it to Steamboat, it's kind of the same thing. The back suplex hits him in the head with the knucks and it's over. One thing that's interesting, because I said I went forward an episode. I watched the next Saturday night already.
Yeah.
So Tom Zink loses here to Steve Austin. So spoiler alert. On the next episode of Saturday night, he thinks he deserves Lex.
Oh my God.
He deserves a shot at Lex after losing to Steve in under 10 minutes.
What a fucking idiot.
So funny. Just so funny. It's just like, no logic to anything. Like he's going to lose this match and be a number 4 contender.
So what follows is best described as the Ron Simmons mega mix, because we get literally 2 vignettes in a row to set up him and Luger at a press conference after you just saw the Zapruder film that is that bullshit in the back. So he loves kids. He's at schools all the time. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll spread this out for us. God. Okay. So we've got, we leave that match and it goes, let's watch a video of Ron Simmons with the children. So they bring out Ron Simmons and he's there with the children. Don't do drugs. Study, stay in school. They come back from that segment, and Tony and Jim are sitting there, and they say, "Oh, like Lex is being a diva, and he hasn't come out yet for his contract signing. So let's watch another Ron Simmons video." And then they play the second one, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, are we like what? What happened?" And yeah, so they do a second one. So it's about 4 minutes across 2 videos of Ron with the kids. I mean, it could even be more, but I like to be conservative, so I'll say 4 minutes. And then we cut back to a press conference that has obviously already happened.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Right? Like, we're not supposed to believe it's happening now, right?
No, so here's the weird part. I think it did happen. That was at
like
the
right
show
then?
live. Yes. So here's what happened. See, this is what they needed all that time to vamp for. They had to put all that shit on the stage. Yes, WCW is this stupid. Yeah.
Okay.
It's horrible.
Because to me, the press conference seemed like it was taking place in like a school multi-purpose room with a bunch of children in the audience. No?
That's just how shitty their stage is. So, yeah, I know. And here's the only real notable thing, aside from what Lex says. We finally have a title belt. And this is the the early 90s WCW belt that came obviously after Flair took the big gold. I'm probably in the minority. I'm a big fan of it. I really like it. But then again, I'm a fan of what it was inspired by, the Winged Eagle.
At the press conference, yes, it's very, very official, and everybody's got the representatives out there. And it's just funny because, like, what's Dusty doing out there with Ron? I think JR actually asked that. He's like, what's Dusty? I'm like, camera time, baby.
Go get that TV time.
Yeah, Dusty's just out there. Lex has Harley and Mr. Hughes. And for some reason, Dusty's like, nah, I'm here for Ron, man. I know I'm in charge of everything, but he's kind of my favorite.
Yeah.
But that made me laugh. And yeah, contract signings, I'm good. Like, I just... Well, great. I mean, Lex has a great deal.
Yeah, he does.
Do 2 or 3 title matches in your life and you're good, man. It's great.
And of course, it goes to shit. Luger's, saying the same shit a million times. I got this team, and Ron, when I beat you for the title at Halloween Havoc, I mean, you could be like my driver. And of course, Ron loses it because that's very racist and shouldn't probably ever be said, and even in '91.
I guess the driving Miss Daisy, right around there, probably '89, I think.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very topical. People are like, maybe we need to not be such pieces of shit. Luger's not one of them. Luger's like, hey, yeah, drive me around, big Jack driver.
Look at me. I am white supremacy.
Yeah,
look at me. Look at my nips. Look at my pecs.
Oh, fuck, man. So Ron rushes, fucking goes to beat his ass, and Lex, like the piece of shit he is with his buddies, they run into a limo and run off. And Ron's beating the shit out of the fucking limo. That was good. Here's my deal. That by itself would have been fine. The 58 vignettes for Ron in the backstage segment, no thanks.
It's wild how much time they end up just wasting on these shows.
So much time.
Even like when we think like how much we have like those end of the show recaps for 10 minutes. Like we ended 10 minutes early and we just got to kind of vamp for a bit, I guess, guys. It's just so odd. All right, now time for our main event.
Yes.
Now time for our 3-minute and 30-second main event.
Terrible. Again, it's like they knew Kazmaier couldn't work, so instead of just not having him in this and having Rick with a guy that can work, we got to throw him out there, and he doesn't do shit till the very end.
But, like, why don't we just have Rick go solo?
I know. I don't.
Why isn't he in a program with Steve for the TV title?
Yes,
that
would have been great.
You know what I mean? It's just so weird. It's like, no, Rick, you know what? We got to put this albatross around your neck. Your brother's hurt, and you are now being punished with Bill Kazmaier.
Yeah. So this was nothing. Rick takes the heat. He gets Kazmaier in there, which is
okay. Like the whole time we're going, we don't know if Bill Kazmaier is going to make it. He's refusing to go to the hospital for his ribs and blah 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 blah.
So at the end of the day, it literally is like Rick hits a Steiner line on Arn. He's like dead, and then Larry is put in something, and he kind of just like nails Kazmaier in the ribs, like kinda, and he falls down 1, 2, 3, and so the Enforcers have the tag titles, which is great. Love that. They're going to be a huge highlight going forward, but holy fuck, that's the end. And then the Enforcers, they're like, y'all been lazy all week because it was Labor Day week. We've been doing what we always do, and that's beat people up. We're the champs. I'm like, all right. And then they just run off air. They like run away.
I'm trying to think of what Arn was saying in his promo at the end. I think it was there. He was saying something like, "Oh, there's a storm, and you didn't know it was coming." And then, and at first I'm like, "What's Arn talking about?" And then by the end, like he kind of got me. I was like, oh, "Okay, Arn, I guess I can kind of see what the hell you were going for there." Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm gonna give Arn a chance. He kind of saved it by the end.
For sure. All right, folks, it's that time to wrap things up. And as usual, we're going to give you a preview of the next little ditty we got, and that is Halloween Havoc 91 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wrestling.
God, pornography. Yeah. Pornography in that first match.
Yeah. Chamber of Horrors, folks. And I did not remember it's a teams match. We do have a very notable return, though, and he does, I think, finally for sure stick around. Abdullah, Big Van Vader, Cactus, and Diamond Stud wrestle Gigante, Sting, and the Steiners, because Scott is back. Huge news. Thank God. that will be a whole half of the show. Then we have a tag team. Oh no. Big
Jesus
Josh
Christ.
and PN News against the Creatures, Joey Maggs and Johnny Ridge. That's a squash. We have Terrence Taylor against Beautiful Bobby again.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in a couple weeks.
Holy fuck. A singles match. This is weird. Johnny B. Bad versus Jimmy Garvin. I don't know what the fuck that was. Another one. We had to run it back. Thank God we did here. World TV title. Stunning Steve against Dustin Rhodes again. Thank God. The worst match I could have imagined putting on a card in 1991. Oz and Bill Kazmaier one-on-one on Halloween Havoc. Then Van Hammer and Doug Summers. Jesus Christ. The very, very highly anticipated light heavyweight championship tournament final. Flying Brian Richard Morton, of course.
Wow, so we just hold that bracket for a month and a half.
Yes. Then we have another great debut, and we're going to leave it a mystery here. The Z-Man against the WCW Phantom, and as stupid as that sounds, it ends up awesome. World Tag Title match, the Enforcers against the Patriots. Not looking forward to that whatsoever. And then the main event, 2 out of 3 falls with these two guys. I don't know how that's going to work out. Lex Luger defending the new world title against Ron Simmons. Oh, buddy, this looks like it's going to be a chore yet again. But we're here doing it, folks. So Halloween.
That match does go. At least that match does go 19 minutes at least.
Fuck, it couldn't go more, and that's probably going to feel way too long. So.
It will feel way too long. But for 2 out of 3 of those two beasts, at least get some time there.
Yeah. So with that, that is the end of the show for us. As always, Jim is the JIMDB on socials. I am Troubles Rest, finally fucking everywhere. That is Rest without a T, WRES. And I have Troubles Weekly Substack. That's kind of blowing up now, which is I'm very, very thankful for. And yeah, so I don't know if you got anything else there, Jim.
No, man, all good on my end. Hope you guys are all having fun watching your wrestling out there.
Yeah, go watch what you enjoy. Let's kind of like normalize not being a piece of shit online about wrestling. How about that? See you.